All right.
That is
Looks like we're getting right into it too.
okay. Yep.
You don't have to wait to find out.
What the hell? Why is there a Kitchik and a ostrich here? They're running it. They're running it.
Yep,
All
we're
right.
getting right into it.
Rev's pulling the strats out now. Oh my god.
All right, well, it looks like we have an interesting team from Rev here on the right. Oh, I need to actually update the overlay. Apologies. So we got Byrd on the left here, and on the right here we got Rev. I'm just going to put Rev because I don't know if Reverie is going to fit. So
those XC shorts are doing a lot of damage, actually. Hold on a second now.
Yeah, so I want to talk about Rev's
lead.
team for a second here because we have
what the hell is going
all
on?
three of the Kitchik line in here. We have Kitchik, Ostracai, and your favorite Castlete all on the same team.
Castlete.
So just going straight into the full body offense here. Does not care about defenses. You see how much damage that damage preview is showing on the Kitchik there. And yeah. It's gonna be
that was dishing out a lot of damage, and now it's just kind of sat here.
Yeah, so
oh,
we have a little bit more of a normal team here on the left side from Byrd. Just looks like got a spirit offense team here. Got the captain toward anchor there with Faith. We got the Apostle here, dishing out some damage with challenge and getting self boosted. Then we have a bunch of other spirit beasties on the bench, but I do see that Plation on the bench there, which is not something I'm used to seeing. But already we're just starting to go into basically a full offensive match here with pretty big damage numbers coming out from both sides.
It's very interesting how the Kitchik is doing so much damage and has been on this board for 3 turns without being punished yet. I do feel like that's about to end. There's not really many routes here where Kitchik does not immediately die. I mean, not that how valuable is taking out a Kitchik, right? So Masquerade gets to swap in for free. With a corner shot coming out. Castlete hits the field, my goat. The rhythm does prevent it. We got the triple support loadout here. The whistle coming out, just making sure that somebody else can come in on the field whenever it needs to. Launch doing typical Castlete damage. I couldn't see if it was power up or overwork.
Yeah, so we see that that rhythm actually coming into decent effect here, blocking the corner shot serve from before. And we have the whistle here to also help protect the front row, which is pretty nice because, again, most of these attackers here are pretty frail. So a pretty nice setup here because can theoretically volley and use whistle every turn as long as they can stick around. And that with the blocks reducing the damage is, yeah, it's going to be maybe a little bit hard to break.
Speaking of things being hard to break, what isn't hard to break is this front line for Reverie. Castlete doing typical Castlete things. The Vigor Beam coming out, and Byrd's gonna have to deal with that somehow. There's 2 beasties that can be swapped in here. The shield is not going to be able to be used for a poster here. It's a very strange situation to be in. Because Kitchik did a lot of chip damage already. Ziphosaur coming in to take the shot. And Ziphosaur, we know from dying. What the hell am I looking inside? Hold on.
A triple attack Ziphosaur? Well, that is not something I've ever seen.
The H Ziphosaur hyper offense. That's certainly a unique take on it. That's more what I expected. So both traditional team isn't quite right to describe this. We have Noizard coming out, taking a hit. Cook coming out to drop both beasties defense. The whistle gonna keep Castlete in for at least one more turn. I also just realized that it is triple attack Castlete too.
Yep.
Shout out to Reverie for keeping the dream alive.
Yep. And we have triple attack beasties on both players' teams, which I think is fantastic.
What the
I'd love to see
heck?
it.
This is insanity.
But yeah, being able
Hell
to
yeah.
consistently get this Vigor Beam, you know, turn after turn, just outputting huge damage. And yeah, so Reverie able to take a point back, and just like that, it's 1-1.
That's an insane opening, and a lot of revelations that I did not realize needed to be made for me.
Yeah. Well, I think it definitely
Oh
shows
my
the
goodness.
strength of looping redirection, because, you know, obviously we have the
Oh, yeah.
Noisered with Clamor having redirection when it switches in, but again, that whistle on the Masquerade, just being able to protect all the attackers is very valuable.
Oh, the corner shot, trying to keep drums up, but their own drums will keep Sweaty alive. I would have. Well, it's a very tricky field to be on.
Yeah,
For
definitely.
sure, the whistle's gonna come out one more time. There's no real answer to this redirection here.
Yeah, and the great thing, you know, about you know, using whistle ahead of time is you can also still block on defense to get further damage reduction. So
Oh yeah,
It really adds
absolutely.
up.
Intimidate comes out.
ooh,
Oh, just barely alive.
yeah, but that intimidate
So
might
this
be
is
a big deal.
yeah, this is a very strange situation as well, because if that's Captain Faith, that's gonna be a very you have to switch this out.
Yeah,
Oh my goodness.
yeah, that's actually a great counter that Byrd just kind of happens to have on the team.
Yeah.
So yeah, forcing to switch out, but it looks like still targeting the back there, and that is gonna mean this Castellite is still at full stamina and still able to just unleash
Oh yeah, it's
so much damage.
absolutely gonna hurt. And here comes the drum again, setting up looping offense.
Yep.
There's gonna have to be a reaction to this here. There's not really much that Byrd can do if they just let this one
Yeah.
go by. Like, oh, run to the side. That's a good choice.
Yeah, it
Launch
does.
gets to come out. They get to bring something else in.
Yep. So, you know, does lose a point, but gives them a chance to switch without, you know, losing a beastie for free. So, but I don't know. You know, after losing the first point, Reverie has come back with 2 consecutive points, and I think definitely has the momentum here, has the setup that they want. So let's see what Byrd can do to come back. So we do see the Echo
It's
Strike
definitely a hill to
telekinesis.
climb. Really only using 3 beasties here.
Yeah.
Oh, the telekinesis coming out, the Echo Strike with the Plateon charge coming out. And Castelli is still at full HP. This is not
Yeah.
the greatest thing to happen.
Yeah, look at all those damage previews. I mean, even if it's just volley, and then...
Oh, Slice coming through.
Yeah, I think anticipating the
potential
switch.
the potential cheeky point here. Gotta have to see what happens. There we go.
All right, and Reverie able to take the first game there, predicting the switch at the end. And I know there was...
That's a scary offense. Very scary offense.
All right,
from
so
Red there.
I know the stream has been pretty laggy here, so we're going to see if we can fix that. Give me one moment here. I'm gonna talk to players and try to figure out the stream stuff. But yeah, what do you think of this matchup with the teams that we've seen so far?
I think Byrd has what it takes to break the Noisard. It's just gonna be a case of, you know, who locks in harder to start with.
All right, it looks like
And it
we're
does look like,
going back
on
right back into
review,
it.
yeah, on review, the Kitchik does actually have a niche on this team, like a genuine reason for being here, not just cheering from the sidelines. It's a really, you know, if you take the free point, then Rev gets to set up that devastating loop.
Now we see that launch serve. You know, serving is usually not super beneficial since your opponent gets the first full offensive turn, but at least with launch, you know, puts you in a pretty good position. So let's see how much pressure Byrd's going to be able to put on here.
Yeah, it's definitely a game of pressure, this is. The counter serve advantage, I have been made aware that people are evening that out recently. The counter serve advantage is getting less important as we develop the meta of this game. It's gonna be interesting to see if that is present at all here. And also, those statistics are for 2-point. I need to clarify before the mob comes for me.
Yep. Yeah, we see a pretty strong attack here start. I did guess that the shield was going to come out from Kitchik, so Byrd able to do a whole bunch of damage here and hopefully kind of nip this in the bud of the looping, the redirection.
Yeah, also notably not able to get the whistle off. So
yeah,
it's
opting for
both
drum
beasties
instead.
are at risk here. Both beasties are at risk here.
Yeah. Yeah, that's actually a good point. Even though Kitchik's at full stamina here, you know, with defense is so low. Yeah, exactly.
So I think what happens here from Reverie is, well, no, because after a Faith, Noizard does not live. Rev might have to let something go here. Or going for the nope touch.
Yeah, and I think willing to give up the Kitchik more than the Masquery there, but ends up targeting the other slot.
That touch point is huge. Walk Kitchik up to the front, like the boss that he is.
Yep. But honestly, I think this isn't too bad for Reverie, because, you know, you avoid wiping one of your beasties, and again, you avoid the sweaty from the corner shot because of the drum that was set up. So not looking too bad.
Well, from my perspective, if I am Reverie right now, I would have quite liked Kitchik to wipe, just so that I can reset the board, have something else come on for free, pretty much. It's a very strange situation where you have to have Kitchik in the front, and it can't live anything. But you need to have it there, because having it go down is not a viable option right now. The whistle is gonna come up though. Clearfield coming out, the corner shot coming through, officially putting that timer on Masquery.
Yes, that's an interesting decision by Byrd there.
Without Drummer Champ, there is no way for the loop to continue for too long at any one given point.
Yeah, and I think
so that's one option now.
That's the thing about you know, this corner shot is, you know, you just have to get the sweaty up once. So I think using the clear field and then the corner shot actually kind of made a lot of sense, because again, even though they can set drum back up, it doesn't remove the sweaty. So this sweaty is just going to do constant damage over time.
Oh yeah, it's absolutely. Like already, right? 2 sweaty, it's gonna be 3 sweaty next turn. Telekinesis Clearfield come out. Make it even worse. Putting some much needed damage on this Noizard. The whistle is gonna come out. The Vigor Beam is gonna hit something, but it's not quite as powerful as it was the previous round without Stomp Boost.
Yeah.
I have a pretty solid idea of what Rev needs to do to make this work.
Yeah, and this is the thing is, this setup is just really good at, you know, setting up constant damage via this Vigor Beam. And, you know, Noizard has pretty good defenses besides body, so the fact that it's mostly mind and spirit attacks here from Byrd is definitely a bit of an issue.
Yeah, for sure. The corner shot just having to play the long game here, but the corner shot does nonetheless come out, and now Noizard has a timer on itself too.
Yeah.
Given that it's going to be taking constant chip damage, the sweat will come in on the defense turn. Definitely a big thing here. But that Cast Elite still has not taken damage.
Yeah. Yeah, and, you know, again, getting that sweaty, I think it's going to be important if Byrd's going to take the game eventually. But now, again, it's the question of, do you want to actually just give up a knockout here? Oh, it looks like they almost do that, but they actually survive here. So kind of, I was thinking give up a point to reset the momentum, but actually decides to try to block. I assume that was to block the sideways move from Noizard.
There's an angle. Yeah, I was gonna say there's an angle here that Rev realized that Byrd has of walking up telekinesis, and it's enough to put. It's enough to almost to guarantee that Noizard goes down in 2 turns. So as long as Byrd can hold out, right? It's a very difficult decision here to have to make, though.
Yeah.
And I'm assuming I have not seen the Ostracite come into play yet, so I only have that for reference. However, the Ziphosaur coming out.
Yeah.
Are we about to see? Are we about to see it happen? The offensive Ziphosaur?
Yeah, right. That's I think we're almost certainly gonna see that now. But again, you know, avoiding losing the point here, but taking so much damage on this Ziphosaur.
Does Ziphosaur get Raw Fury? It'd be very funny if it did. But no, this one has Coupler, Careful Shot, and what else? Am I... Hook.
Yeah.
Don't know how I forgot about that, not gonna lie.
Okay, so Reverie actually giving up the point, just seeing that Noizard was gonna get drained otherwise. But letting him get a free ball serve because of the shook.
It's close. It's very close. Rev is doing their absolute best to make sure Castelli stays healthy here. It's an admirable effort for sure.
Yeah, but I think
one
Byrd,
or two good plays away from winning this.
Yeah, well, that's the thing is like before. So the first game that we saw, it was really just, you know, Byrd took an early lead, but then Reverie got, you know, their setup, and they were able to kind of run away with it after that. But the thing is, the Sweaty has really changed things. Now Byrd is up 2-0 instead of 1-0 for the first game, and only has to score one more point. And again, this Masquerade is about to go down to this. Even if it didn't get down to an attack here, it would go down to the Sweaty afterwards. So kind of forced to switch in another Beastie, but pretty soon there's going to be no protection for this Castle.
Yeah, this is true, and it's a very difficult spot to find yourself in because Rev has a lot of options, like you were saying. Challenge is gonna come out.
Yeah, and it's on the Castle,
and it's not enough.
Yeah, it's not enough, and it does give this power boost, so there's gonna be at least one more turn of big damage from this Castle, but it does prevent the Vigor Beam, which is the stronger attack.
This is true. Well, Stomp's gonna come out and change that real quick now that Drum's up. The Masquerade's last dying breath is to enable Castle.
Yeah, and unfortunately here, Byrd's bench is so low, I'm afraid Rev actually might just be able to launch to get knockouts. Yeah, it looks like Byrd gives up a weaker BC in the back to be able to switch back in. But yeah, look at that!
No!
Oh man, this is such a tough spot.
The Ziphosaur is the only thing with enough HP to tank a launch.
Yeah, so man,
that's gonna be game.
Yeah, and Byrd was again looked a lot stronger there. Definitely had some good adjustments, getting those Sweaty down on the support beasties early, but again, just had to give up too much stamina to do it. And it looks like Reverie is going to be able to take game 2 and the set, showing that Triple Kitchik can do it. It is powerful enough. Who needs defenses, right? Just maximum offense.
Just get yourself a launch dump Kitchik, and the world will be your oyster. It's very solid team play with Rev here. Very solid showing.
Yeah.
For round 1.